Hey, good day, first grade. It's Mr. Groom here. I'm just having some supper. But, you know, I think it's time to get into the lesson. If you didn't know what supper was, it's dinner.
Hmm? Ja?
Skills time, it's skills time, it's skills time, let's go.
It's skills time, it's skills time, let's go. It's skills time, it's skills time, it's skills time, let's go. It's skills time, it's skills time, it's skills time, let's go.
For this lesson, you will need your Unit 6 skills workbook, your Unit 6 skills reader. We will be reading supper. Let's practice some tricky words. Take a look at this word. Say it 2 times. This word is which. Pause and use it in a sentence. This word is there. Pause and use it in a sentence. This word is where. Pause and use it in a sentence. This word is should. Pause and use it in a sentence. This word is of. Pause and use it in a sentence. This word is me. Pause and use it in a sentence. You will also need a piece of paper and a pencil to record different spellings for different sounds. Please number your paper from numbers 1 to 8, just like this. You will now practice writing the spellings of consonant sounds. I will say a sound, and then I will tell you how many spellings I need you to write. I will say a sound, and then I will tell you how many spellings you need to write for that sound. Get ready. Have your paper and your pencil ready to write down the spellings for these sounds. Please write 2 spellings for the sound ch. Please write 2 spellings for the sound ch. Your paper should look like this. The sound ch has 2 spellings. CH, which you saw, and TCH. Kiss your brain if you got it right. Now, please write 3 spellings for the sound n. Please write 3 spellings for the sound n. You may pause the video after you've heard the sound and you are writing. Please write 2 spellings for the sound g. Please write 2 spellings for the sound g. You may pause the video and write. Please write 2 spellings for the sound m. Please write 2 spellings for the sound m. You may pause the video and write. Please write 3 spellings for the sound z. Please write 3 spellings for the sound z. Write 4 spellings for the sound s. Please write 4 spellings for the sound s. Pause the video and write. Please write 3 spellings for the sound j. Please write 3 spellings for the sound j. Pause the video and write. Please write 2 spellings for the sound l. Pause the video and write 2 spellings for the sound l. Now, friends, we will move on to our story for today. Today we will read a story, of course, called Supper. As we explained in the beginning, supper is another word for dinner. People have different words for evening meals all across the country. I wonder what your family calls your evening meal, supper or dinner? Let's take a look at our chart. The first column is the W sound with the WH spelling. The first word is whip. The second word is when. The third word is wheel. Let's look at the second column. The second column has the N sound with the KN spelling. The first word is knocks. The second word is knife. The third column has the S sound with the SE spelling. The only word is house. Let's move on to the last column of 2-syllable words. As you can see, there is no longer a dot separating the syllables. Because you have gotten older and learned so much, we're going to say it in one try. The first word, invites. The second word, chickens. The third word, muffins. And the last word, frosting. You may pause the video and practice these words if you'd like. Let's review some vocabulary before we hop into the story. Greens. Greens are leafy plants that you can eat in salad. Toots. A toot is a honk or a beep. Now let's pay attention to some sayings and phrases that will be in the story. One phrase is at the wheel. At the wheel means that you are the driver driving the car. Another phrase is red velvet. A red colored cake that's topped with cream cheese flavor. Red velvet. Please get your Unit 6 Skills Reader. We are about to read Supper. If you need to pause the video to get your reader, you may. Supper is on page 50. Supper. Grace invites 2 of her pals from soccer to visit her house for supper. They are twin sisters. Their names are Kim and Jane Knox. Grace and her mom spend the morning cooking. They gather fresh eggs from the garden. They cook 2 chickens in a big pan. They bake fresh corn muffins and a cake. Grace gets to crack the eggs and mix the cake. Her mom lets her help whip up the frosting too. And best of all, she gets to lick the spoon when the frosting is finished. At 6, a car drives up and toots the horn. Mr. Knox is at the wheel. That's them, Grace shouts. She runs out to meet her classmates. They sit down for dinner. Kim Knox cuts the chicken with her knife. Yum, she says. This chicken is the best. It's so much better than the stuff our dad makes. Jane nods. She would tell Grace how good the chicken is, but her mouth is stuffed with chicken. Save room for cake, Grace says. After supper, Grace brings in the cake she and her mom made. She helps her mom slice up the cake. Ooh, says Kim. What sort of cake is it? Red velvet, says Grace. Yum, says Kim. Can we visit next weekend too? If you did not read the story on your own, please use your reader to read the story by yourself. You may pause the video to do this. Nice. If you read the story by yourself, you might be ready for some comprehension questions. My first question: who is coming over for supper? Go back into the text and find your evidence. Who is coming over for supper? You may pause the video to find your evidence. Aha! It looks like I found some evidence. Kim and Jane Knox are coming over to Grace's house for supper. If you got that answer, kiss your brain. Next question: what are Grace and her mom cooking for supper? You may pause the video and find your evidence. Aha! I found the evidence. They cook 2 chickens in a big pan, and they bake fresh corn muffin and cake. If you got that answer, kiss your brain. My next question is an inferential question. This means that the answer isn't necessarily in the text. You may have to use details and clues from the text together with your brain to answer this question. Why does Kim say she wants to visit next weekend too? Well, let's go to the page where she said that. Aha, I found where she said it. Yum, says Kim. Can we visit next weekend too? I wonder why she said that. Try and read the text above it to figure out why she would want to come next weekend too. You may pause the video to do this. If you said Kim likes the food at dinner or supper, you are correct. Great job answering some comprehension questions. Now let's move into some comprehension written responses. You will now need your Unit 6 skills book. Please open up to page 17.1. On page 17.1, please read and answer all of the written comprehension questions using complete sentences, meatball spacing, and punctuation. After you complete this page, please make sure you upload your finished work onto Class Dojo. Do not forget to cite the page number!